Hey y'all, how you doing? This is Dr. Boney, and welcome to BIO453. This is going to be an outline for the course and what you need to do week by week. So the first thing you want to do, obviously, is go to the syllabus. So let me go ahead and open this up, and we'll talk a little bit about it. I'm clearly not going to read all of the parts to you. Here's information about me, about my email, about what you need. In terms of contact and whatnot. Here's all the goals, how you are graded. This is the scale of the grading and whatnot. And again, check the WellMU bookstore for information about the textbook. So here is a schedule, probably the most important thing. And you'll notice here, by the way, that this is a 15-week course. It's broken down by 2-week chunks. And that's because basically the way it's going to work is like the first week you're going to learn a lot of the fundamentals of bioinformatic aspects. And then the second week you're going to read the textbook and do some problem-based assignments based on that. So I find it's always good, the best way to learn is to lay down a foundation. And so that's kind of why you'll see that this is actually a 2-week span. And of course it tells you when everything is due here. So let's just kind of go to the course itself to kind of see what else would be the next thing to do. Obviously you're watching the course orientation video, so this would be here. So my suggestion is to go all the way down with the modules. And I have this as a student view, so you can kind of see this the way you would see. And so basically what you'll see here is you have week 1, module 1, and then week 2, module 2. So it's basically 7 modules, and they take 2 weeks to complete them. And so starting with this, there's a couple different ways you can access it. You can just pretty much start here at the overview, and you can kind of, oh look, what's this? First thing you need to do is register for something called Edpuzzle. And so I have a series of little mini lecture activities that are animated, and you answer questions in the middle of them. And I show you how to do this. This course is very heavily skill-based, a lot of techniques. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click this link right here. And it's going to bring you to this. By the way, Edpuzzle is free. And you'll see here, you're like, well, what do I do? Well, you basically go all the way up to the right-hand corner over here, and you do sign up. And then basically you're going to do sign up with Edpuzzle. And you'll see here that this is the information that you need. And you'll put first name, last name, username, password, and you're going to join the class. Now, what I did, and then once you're done that, you basically, it's as long as you're logged in, it's embedded into Canvas. So what they're for is for this. So we can see like what are all of these things over here. Most of them are little Edpuzzle lectures. And if you try to click on one and you haven't logged in, like this one, by the way, and by the way, these are not all ones that I grabbed from the internet. Some are. Somebody did a really good job. I'm obviously going to use theirs. But I have most of them are the ones I make. So if you get started, you're like, wait, it's not working. Well, that's because you haven't logged in. And so you'll see how my name is missing. So I'm going to pause the video and log into Edpuzzle real quick. Now what you might see here is that now that I'm logged in, I'm like, where's your name? I thought this guy said it would work. Well, there's a teeny little thing up here. So if you happen to use Firefox, you'll have this. So you want to allow pop-ups, and that's going to allow you to be able to then access all the Edpuzzle assignments right from there. And you only have to do this once. Because then from that point you are good to go. So all I did was refresh the page, and now look, you see here Michael Boney. That's me. So hey, so you need to be able to see your name in there, and that's kind of how you're going to work it. So basically, you're going to go down the list. You're going to complete all of these things, and you get obviously completion points for that. So and they're not just, by the way, YouTube videos. If you notice, they have little tick marks on the bottom of them, and these are embedded questions. So as you start to watch the video, I ask you little questions as you're learning. And so these are graded basically for completion, meaning that if you complete the video, you get the credit for it, and it's part of your weekly points that is added to your overall grade. So that's where you kind of like take your notes, learn the fundamentals, and then things get a little bit more, not to say hairy, but then they get a little more a little longer, and this is something you're going to be spending a lot of time in the course on, which is NCBI. This is a massive database for DNA, protein, and other related things. So that would be basically your week 1. Then, of course, you have your module 1 discussion board. So your homework, again, week 1, just like the schedule says, is to do your all of your little mini assignments and your discussion board. And then week 2 is to read the book, do the chapter quiz, and then do the problem set. And the problem set is based on the work that you did over the 2 weeks. And this is where you're going to be using a tutorial to do NCBI. You have an answer key, the whole thing, and then you submit this. So that is basically how the course is organized. I now have this in a teacher view. So you can see here. And again, if you have any questions, my job, I'm here to help. That's what I'm here for. I just don't twiddle my thumbs for 15 weeks. As you're learning, or if you're having trouble with something after you've watched the video, obviously feel free to ask me a question. That would be, I'm willing to help anything you want, but going down the list, there we are. And at the very end, you'll see that, we have, let me get down to the end here. We have week 14 and 15 as a term project. You basically use everything you've learned in the whole course to do a kind of a project on an unknown protein and or gene. So that is the course. And again, my name is Dr. Boney, so if you need any help with anything, let me know, and good luck.